This is Python's Paradise. This is your host, Greg Gilbert, aka the Python Hyena, straight out of Fredericton, New Brunswick, Canada. Yes, folks, still here. Haven't made the big move to Toronto because, well, he's over there laying asleep. Skittles. Yeah, I just can't dump my cat and I can't find a place where I can take my kitty. But and of course, there's a lot of scammers doing the old apartment thing there, which I'm not impressed with. People need to find themselves a real job. But
Amen.
yeah, but nonetheless, I am still up and going and still working. I'm still here and will be in Toronto this fall for Frightmare in the Falls, where I'll be assisting Lisa Langlois at the event. However, today we are on July 8th. 2023, and I am turning 51 today. And we are doing part two because yesterday I was interviewed by Nancy McLoughlin, who was Lisbeth in Friday the 13th, part six, Jason Lives. Last year I was interviewed by Jeffrey Mark. Who was in my favorite year, and of course, had done a lot of tribute interviews on my show, and I thought that was fun for the 50th, and I thought Nancy McLoughlin would be a really good one to interview me this year, but she had appointment to go to yesterday, so we are doing a part two to this today. So absolutely, why not? So Nancy McLoughlin, I give this to you. You continue asking your questions. By the
I
way, love your red
shall.
hair.
Happy birthday, you. And you are 51 today. So happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Greg Pie the Hyena. If you want to be happy birthday to you.
There you go. There you go. Yes, absolutely.
How many people have
Absolutely.
sung to you this so far?
What's that?
How many people have sung to you happy birthday today?
None. I woke up not too long ago. A lot of birthday wishes on my Facebook page. Oh, I did hear from a friend of mine in Toronto this morning. So
Lisa?
no, it was my friend the Creepy Ghoul Ferris, who um I how I know him is he's done walk around videos at Horrorama every year it's been open, and I happened to catch a glimpse of myself in his 2018 one, so I just kind of reached out to him and had him on the show, and I met him last year. He came by and met me and met Lisa, and we just stayed in touch. So I was talking with him today. So
That's
yep,
cool.
yeah. So I heard from him, and so, but I'm hoping my second half of the year is better. It's improving because the first half of my year, other than doing my show, which has been fun, it's been pretty hard this year for me. But I'm still around. I'm.
Favorite color. What's your favorite color, Mr. I own this interview, not you. What's your favorite color? Oh, that green?
That's green.
That's a lime green. Do you like all
Well,
green?
I like all green, but this is a nice teal color green. I like that, and I like dark green. Let me see. Is there
And what is on your shirt, Mr. Man? Who are those people all over your shirt? Who is that? I don't know. They are women.
It's just one woman,
Oh, it's only
just
one.
one woman all over the shirt.
Who is that?
That is Emma Stone.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I found that online. Other people, there was different shirts of various things. I found one of Emma Stone and I got it because I've had a crush on Emma Stone since 2007 when I first saw her in Superbad, and I'll go see any movie she's in. I
I love her. She's
I
good.
love him. Well, Emma Stone. Here's the thing. She's not only easy on the eyes, but I could watch her just be interviewed, and she just vibrant and entertaining, you know? She sounds to me like she would be really cool to hang out with, you
Oh,
know?
totally.
Oh,
Totally.
yeah.
So
Love Emma Stone.
Is Emma Stone your crush? Your movie's crush?
Yeah. Emma Stone's my movie crush, you know?
Any others?
Well, old school Hollywood, Grace Kelly.
Oh, yeah. Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Grace
But
Kelly,
she's
you
not
know?
around, so we can't call it crazy. So I think it's Emma is the only one. That's good.
I've got others, you know. Emma Stone's definitely a crush. I like Anna Kendrick from Pitch Perfect, I think. Uh, but for a lot of same reasons as Emma Stone, I just think she's really funny, you know, but she's easy on the eyes. I like Rebecca Ferguson, who was in the Mission Impossible movies as of late, you know, and she was a Doctor Sleep. I think she's also easy on the eyes, but
So
but I,
easy on the eyes is something you look for.
well, you know what? When you see people, that's what you first see. But I'm going to tell you one thing I found out in life: easy on the eyes does not mean easy on the soul.
Amen. I
Yeah,
fully agree with you. I fully
yeah.
agree.
Yeah, I've
Um,
found that out the hard way so many times in life, which is why I pretty much decided to remain single, you know. But you know what? That's fine, you know.
I'm trying to get
Yeah,
Abigail, forgive me. She keeps
yeah,
trying to come up and she's not. And so I keep bending down and then she goes away. And then I bend down and she goes away. So forgive me. I'm not trying to be distracting. Do you want to
no.
come up, Abigail? Do you want to? Yes, I do, mommy. But I want you to come and get me. But I can't from this position. You got to help me. You got to help me. Can't wait to meet Skittles.
Yeah.
Yesterday you had Skittles, but I couldn't see them. So you have to help. I can't do this. Okay. I love you.
Did you
She's
have to
looking
say
at
that?
me.
Did you have to say that to the paintballers on the
Actually,
set of Jason Lives? Did you have to say that to
I
them?
have to say, I think you think the paintballers are the coolest.
I love the paintballers. I've had three of them on the show. Whitney Ryback, of course, I had on, who was Roy. Alan Blumenfeld, I had on, who was also in Worth Winning. Think that's an underrated rom-com, and with Mark Harmon. And I also had recently Ann Ryerson, who was also
I
the chocolate bar girl in Caddyshack, and she was a lot of fun to talk to. Yeah, I've interviewed 8 people from Jason Lives so far, so.
Who's the
But
most interesting person you've interviewed from Jason Lives?
I say you.
You better say me. I was
Let
kidding.
me see. I've had you. I've had Tom McLoughlin. I've had Tom Matthews. I've had. Well, I've had. Let me see. I've had you on 4 times as a solo. I've had you on once with your friend Melissa Bentley, and I've had now you're on twice interviewing me, and so you've been on here a lot. I've had Tom McLaughlin's been on twice. Tom Matthews has been on 3 times. I've had Carrie Noonan on once. I had Whitney Ryback on once. I was so happy to interview Whitney because I loved Roy. Um, Alan Blumenfeld, who was one of the other paintballers, I had him on. I had Roger Rose on, who was with Cynthia on the motorcycle. He was great. He was also in Ski Patrol. And I had Ann Ryerson. So there's some others I need to reach out to. I haven't had CJ Graham on yet, and I've met him at a con. And plus, I was in 13 Fanboy, or well, my picture's in 13 Fanboy that he was in. So CJ Graham, I need to get on. And
I
there's,
think he'd be important. I think he'd be a
yep,
good one. Whitney,
Tom.
which is interesting is nobody knows he's a really good director.
Oh, Whitney is a mime. Whitney is multi-talented, you
Very
know?
talented.
Yep,
And mime. You're
absolutely.
correct. When I met him, he was a mime.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
But I've interviewed 8 people from Jason Lives, and there's others I'd like to get on from it. I've been trying to get Tom Fridley and Darcy DeMaz on here. Um,
Did I tell you I spoke to Tom?
did you?
I did. I had a
Yep.
conversation with him about the cons, and he wanted to give me some insight.
Mm-hmm.
He sounded, I haven't spoken to him in forever, and he sounded so, he has a lot going on, and it's not nefarious or weird. He has a lot of
Mm-hmm.
businesses that I didn't know about.
Yeah.
So that is his main gig, is his businesses. So he does these for fun, but acting is not his thing. Big thing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's why it's been a challenge, but I will reach out to him while we're talking. Let's see if he
There you
answers.
go.
Let's see if he answers me. Shall we? Oh, that'd be
Sure.
funny if I just start texting people from the show.
Yeah, of course, Darcy DeMoss, I've tried, and I get it, but communication is key. If somebody, tells me, yeah, I'd like to do this, but can we hold off till this time or blah, blah, blah. Communication is key, you know.
I think so totally.
I've had people give me their email and then they not get back to me. Like I just don't have time to chase people around. So,
I
you
fully
know.
agree. And I'm
Mhm.
probably one of those people you had to chase a little because I don't always check my email.
Yeah.
I don't always do the things I'm supposed to do. I am saying, can we chat for a second?
Yeah. Maybe he's driving the van and wondering if Darcy's in the potty in the back.
There it is. Can we chat for a second? If he responds, it'll be so funny. Um, I could do that to everybody.
Yeah. Yeah,
For
I
everyone.
haven't I hadn't had Vinny and Cynthia on yet. Now I did had an email conversation with Cynthia, but it didn't go beyond that. So it's like you know. But I had Roger Rose on who was on the motorcycle with her. So
Well, what's very funny is I usually have a very, very good memory about all those things. Well, I remember they had to do another kill. And when they had to
mhm,
do another kill, Tommy wrote about Stephen and Annette. That's
mhm,
was their names in the show. And so in my mind, Stephen was on the back because he's an actor, and that's not. I knew it was with Cynthia, but I would have bet my house that it was Stephen in the back of the bike. And then finally I went, well, they're crazy. They just don't know what they're talking about. Stephen was on that bike. No, it was Roger Rose.
it was Roger
Really lost
Rose.
him.
Yeah.
I lost him.
And they also had to have the Bob Larkin as the caregiver. He was another one they had to kill off in those added scenes. And of course, the caregiver or gravedigger.
Isn't that a beautiful picture?
There you go.
I took that picture
There you
in
go.
Italy. Okay, me interview you. What
Yeah.
country would you like to go to? If you could go anywhere, financially, it's taken care of, everything's done for 2 weeks with Skittles.
You know what? I really don't know. Like, I love Toronto, so I always go to Toronto, but I don't know where I would go.
Would you ever consider Hawaii or an island?
You know what? If I went somewhere, probably Africa to do a safari, you know. Um, I probably wouldn't mind going to California at some point or some.
My,
I know that I got my passport. I got one done up when I was in Toronto last year. Um, Lisa recommended it to me, so I got that done. And because if she does any cons in the States, maybe I can join her for those. But I just started going to Toronto, so I say baby steps on going to the States. The States makes me a little nervous because of all the stuff in the news about it, you know?
I know, and I keep away from the news for that very reason,
Hmm.
because honestly, and I do pay attention, and I'm a very good citizen, just so you know.
Hmm.
Um, all that said is life has been very good.
Hmm.
And I know it's hard for a lot of people, so we got to keep working. But it's not like everything's. I have many friends that have fled California. My closest friends have fled California and insult me for living here. But right now it's like 100 degrees in Oklahoma and all that humidity, really strong humidity. So, and I have compassion for everybody, but when you keep insulting me for where I live, I'm just
Yeah.
going to say, I'm glad you're hot. I'm glad you're sweaty because it's perfect here.
Is Hannah and her bare feet, they're still there?
She doesn't live here anymore. She lives about an hour away. I know. How dare she move from me? It was 3 blocks away, and now she's like an hour. I have to go see her. She has called.
Yeah,
And actually, her friend from Spain might be coming and staying with me for 2 weeks.
there
So
you
that's
go.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. There you
Yeah,
go.
no worries. Okay, I'm back to you.
Hmm.
When did you learn to drive?
You know what? It's funny you asked that. I remember that so well because um I actually did not get my license till I was 20. I was actually the it was actually New Year's Eve 1992 when I got completed it. Like
That's not
This
unusual.
December. Well, with me everything was kind of slow because I have a problem with change, you
Hmm.
know. When I get on a routine, I tend to get comfortable with that. Um, that might be one of the situations with me in the Toronto thing too, but again, I love Toronto, but yeah, I know I went after my license at 60. I don't know what took me so long or what the story was, but I didn't fail. I think I failed the written once or something like that. But I know there's
Doesn't
like,
everybody fails that written test at least once?
yeah,
And now they
yeah.
made it trickier. I know
Hmm.
there's two very brilliant people that went for their license and they kept failing. They failed like 5 times because they're tricky. They're so stupid. It's about like a foot difference of something. And you think, well, that makes more sense. And praise God, I haven't had to do I'm fine with my license so far, but I know
Hmm.
what you mean. So that does not say anything against you. My kids,
Yep.
I had to, okay, so on my 16th birthday, my father picked me up from school at lunch to go down
Hmm.
and get my license. That's how badly I wanted my license. But my
Hmm.
kids, 16 went by, 17 starts going by. I'm like, no, 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 I am not going to drive you anymore. Both kids did not even actively pursue their license till I made them. So I don't think it's unusual, especially if you have someone to take you.
Did Tom actively pursue his license at 70?
I think he pursued a motorcycle, as I recall, at like 15. I think he had a motorcycle at 15 that he was very proud of and
Hmm.
got in a huge accident with it. It
Oh.
got destroyed. I don't remember. He wasn't hurt. Um, but it just maybe it was a crappy motorcycle. I don't remember. But he was 15. He was on the move. I believe he moved out of his house at 15.
Oh, jeepers.
I know. That's a move
I,
under a sheet.
I was 47 and a half years in my childhood home. My parents couldn't get rid of me. They had to move out
Exactly.
first.
Exactly.
Yes.
It's
But
it's
uh
it's funny. He was gone.
but for me, I like my independence, so it's always nice to have.
Yeah. You like
Mhm.
independence, but you don't like change. The thought of it is concerning, but not the
Yeah.
reality of it. Because when you do something, you seem to really enjoy it.
Well, it's
That's good.
funny because with the Toronto thing, for example, I was nervous, but again, I knew Lisa was since the 80s. Like I couldn't say no to that. So I was like, I either do it or look back and regret. So I did it, and boy, I had more. The biggest mystery to me is getting there and not feeling homesick. Whereas I go to two cities over from here, which are about an hour or two away, and I'd be homesick. So go figure, you know?
It's
Yeah,
because you're not as comfortable there. You had a connection. Lisa's a connection. So if I do a con, you'll come and represent me.
I would love to, but I can't make any promises right now, especially due to work. But
You do have a forced passport.
I do. Yep.
Okay, so you shouldn't have
Yep.
shared that information with me. I have that on you now. Now I'm going to pursue you. Um, Back to Skittles that I've never met. That apparently was a big shot on the show yesterday, and I
Hmm.
missed him. Birthday bunny. What did Skittles give you for your birthday?
Nothing.
Nothing? Not even a snuggle? I
Oh,
want
he
to
climbed.
see,
You see Skittles? Well, I'm gonna get him. You just a minute.
please. I need to. Oh, Skid. You
Yeah,
look just a little
it's my
sleepy.
buddy Kitty.
Is he dead? That's the most relaxed cat I've ever seen.
Yeah, he's also the most lazy.
Oh, he's not lazy. He's relaxed. He loves his daddy. Look at that.
He
You could
says you're
never leave.
exploiting me for hits.
You could never leave that cat
No,
ever.
he's my buddy.
How old is he?
He is about, I don't know, he would be probably about he'd be about 15.
I never saw a more relaxed cat in all my life. I
Hi,
love you,
Gee.
Skittles.
He's my buddy.
Oh, no
He
wonder.
he is my buddy.
I've never, that is so cute. Okay, so these people from Spain, they have two cats and a dog, and they're looking for an apartment. And
Oh,
apparently I don't know them, and I'm the only person in the world that's willing to this is scam, I'm sure. I was thinking I kept it on just in case he calls.
mm-hmm.
Do you want me to call Cindy too? I'll call everybody, just see who comes on.
Sure.
Will you just go away, phone? Stop.
But yeah, with Skittles came in well, my nephew used to have them, and he ended up going with my folks who through my nephew got an Australian Shepherd and all that stuff, and my
So
parents
I'm
were
saying you
my,
prefer cats than dogs.
yeah.
And Douglas did not like hearing that at all. Douglas was very upset. We live in coyote country. So if I get a cat, it's like putting a little parsley on him when he goes outside. Here you go, coyotes. So I love cats. I love
Hmm.
cats,
I love my kitty.
but I love dogs too.
Yeah.
And I love my little baby. They're sitting on me so I don't move
Mm-hmm.
because I'm a mover and a shaker. I'm
Mm-hmm.
doing 5 things at once.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a good thing. Um, Too much about me. What do you eat when you wake up in the morning, fine sir, on your happy birthday 51 day?
I haven't eaten anything.
On the reg, what do you eat?
What do I eat? You know what do I have here that I eat? A lot of times I will
I know you
have,
like fruit. I know you like fruit.
mm-hmm. Well, here a lot of times I'll have if I when I get up I'll have cereal and I'll have either grapes on it or yogurt or both, you know.
But we're moving
Uh
on to something different. You got to tell us new information today.
yeah, I don't know. I've got what else do I have? I got a couple bags of mini carrots and like lettuce and stuff like that. I'll package that. I'll put ranch dressing on or something like that, and I'll just snack on them because I definitely like carrots. I
I
should be
bet
eating more vegetables than I do, but I like carrots and celery and peppers and lettuce and stuff like that. So I got some of that in the fridge, and I've got Oh,
I've got a
gee.
question. Do they
Yeah.
have great Greek food in New Brunswick?
I don't know. Might. I know we got Greek yogurt.
Because Toronto, there's such that great Greek food that I love to eat there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very good. They have
Mm-hmm.
great Greek food. I love that part.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I love so much of Toronto, you don't know. We had an apartment on York Street for a few months.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? It was
Yep.
above Vera Wang's shop. Do you know who she is? She's a
No,
designer.
but I know where York Street is there.
Okay, right near Bloor
Mm-hmm.
is Bloor. They're adjacent, right?
I think so. Yeah, I'm familiar with Bloor Street. Yep.
So it was our apartment was right there. It was so high end and fancy. It was unbelievable. I was like, what am I doing here? I'd like to live there again.
Mm-hmm.
Or the houses are quite lovely too.
Actually, in 2019, I attended a midnight screening of Jason Lives at the Deja Vu Theater there. They call it the Drunken Cinema.
I wonder why.
Well, they had these cards they gave out, and every time something on the card happens, you take a shot. And mine said rain or fog, and I'm like, no, I am not. I would be blasted, but I'd be constantly taking shots.
That's very funny.
Yep,
So how do you not drink when you
huh?
do that? How do you not drink when you go to those things? Do you drink?
I just have a pop. You know what? I used to have wine, but I don't know. I just don't drink. When I go to Toronto, and Lisa and I go to uh, functions or whatnot, and if we're there's a restaurant nearby, we'll stop by and get a bite to eat. And I remember like she'll get a glass of wine, and I remember I said like, what do I should have to drink? And she said, you like that movie, The Big Lebowski? Why not have a White Russian? And I looked at the waitress and I said, can you do that? And she said, yes. And I said, the dude abides.
That's very funny.
And
Did you like it?
yeah, yep.
Good.
So I would have, I've had White Russians since, and I like them. I just don't drink a lot, but I mean, to each their own, I guess, I just never acquired a taste for it. But if I had something to drink, I do like the White Russians, just like the
And
dude.
I'm trying to remember what that is. Is that Kahlua milk
I
and
don't
vodka?
know. I think so.
It's something like that. I don't remember. Um, my son's girlfriend is a mixologist,
Hmm.
and so that's why she was trying to get me to know some stuff, and I don't know it. So the rest of the day, what is the man doing? The Lebowski of New Brunswick, I'm going to call you.
Well, I'm going to my brother's at 10 tonight, and I'm gonna hang out there. And I think what I'll do after that, I got a building to clean, so I'll go use my swipe card and go there and do that overnight. And then after that, tomorrow I have actually next couple days I have interviews, um, but and I think tomorrow night I might go to a movie because I usually go to one a week, but I think I might see two for my birthday. So you know, I
Are you going
usually
to go to
like,
one this evening?
huh? No.
Are you going to? So, like when we hang up, what are you going to do?
You know what I'm going to do? I was going to go to UPS and clean, but I don't want to clean partially and then go to my brother's and then go back. So what I think I might do is I might take a nap and then afterwards, go to my brother's and then do the UPS in one big stretch overnight because I like doing it that way and because that will give me plenty of sleep that I'll be able to be awake for tomorrow as well. So I'll be able to tomorrow night be tired enough to sleep.
May I please?
Hmm.
May I please take you via out to dinner, to go to a really nice restaurant on me,
Mm-hmm.
and just enjoy a meal that you wouldn't normally enjoy. Allow me as a birthday gift.
You know what? Actually, it's funny. I never thought about that because most times on my birthday, I do go to Boston Pizza
So
because
I treat you.
Boston Pizza has I usually when I go there, actually that's the first place where I ever tipped a waitress because there was a waitress there that I had a big crush on, but she is married off and she does real estate now. But I'm still in touch with her, and because I reached out to her whenever I was dealing with the Toronto apartment situation. But she's happily married, but she does a lot of online stuff with selling real estate and stuff. And she's one of these people. The camera just loves her, you know. But I always say to her, I said, "You were the first waitress I ever tipped, you know, when she worked at Boston Pizza." And I usually get the jambalaya when I go there, which is really
I've
nice.
never heard of Boston pizza. I've got to look it up. What
Well,
kind of
they've got pizzas there of various styles. They've got different salads. You can get burgers and fries and stuff like that, and
but you can get
various
jambalaya.
you can get a lot
Jambalaya.
of you can
Weird.
get a lot of pasta stuff.
Okay.
Um, like spaghetti and stuff like that. A jambalaya, what it
Oh, I
is
know. From Louisiana.
yeah. I usually get it with penne noodles if I get it, but it's got uh
Sausage,
spicy,
anchovy.
yeah,
Okay.
and shrimp, and it's great, you know. Yeah, I'll probably go there and get go there for supper. Yeah. I
That is
forgot.
my
I don't.
birthday treat.
Yeah.
Yes. I've got to Zell you or something, but that is my birthday treat for you.
Oh, how do you do that?
You give me your bank thing and you request whatever it is and I send my bank sends it to your bank. Or I could PayPal it or I could Venmo, whatever you like. I just want to
I
make
don't
sure
know.
it's
I've never
money
had
sent.
anybody send me anything money before.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. I
But
have
yeah,
to.
Boston pizza is really nice. You know,
What is the
I like
atmosphere like?
it's like a sports bar. Yeah. You got one side, you got TVs, and a lot of people go there and watch the games and sit around the bar and stuff. And then there's a lounge area where you can go. It's a little quieter. I like chicken parmesan too, is really nice too. Yeah. Yeah, I like Boston pizza a lot. There's lots of restaurants here that I'm not so like downtown. We got restaurants, but I'm rarely down there to have the restaurants. You know, I'm usually uptown and like Boston pizza. I mean, I could walk to it, you know, and get there within 20 minutes. You know, just walking to it. But it's yeah, it's a nice spot. I never even thought about going there for my birthday. But in terms of going to a movie, I think what I'll do after my live show at the station, I think I'll go to the movies then because I like going to the late show. Not as
How
many
late?
people. Yep, not as many people, and it's you know, I can go in, sit down, relax, and then go home. What I like to do before I go home, I'll go by Tim Hortons and I'll get a large triple steep tea or double steep tea, and I'll go by where and I'll just sit in the parking area at my apartment, and I'll just relax and drink my tea, and then I'll afterwards I'll
When it's
take that, toss the cup in the dumpster, and if it's not raining, I'll go for a walk.
and
You
if it is
know,
What do you do? How often
I
does it rain there? What's the weather like?
Well,
I
it's
don't know.
been raining a lot lately, but I did go on a walk last night. I did, and actually, no, it wasn't last night because I went to Bell and I cleaned. So the night before I did. And usually when I walk, I like to walk through subdivisions because not as noisy. And you can go and walk the sidewalks and you can take a turn and go down and then take another turn and another turn and go down. And if you want to go back up, you can take another turn and you know, you might end up on one of the busy streets here, but then you could take a turn off that and into the quiet and yeah. So I like the subdivisions, but I don't like walking during the days because a lot of traffic and a lot of noise and no wonder I like being up at night.
That's what I was going to say. Exactly what I was going to say. I'm noticing you like quiet. You like
Mm-hmm.
green, which is a color of quiet. You like to be alone. You like to be
Mm-hmm.
in your head. You love to share though. You see, that's the interesting quality about you is that you're such a giver and you protect your nest very well.
Yeah.
And that's why you, in my opinion, don't like a lot of change, is because you're protecting your good. I think
Mm-hmm.
that's a little God spot in you.
Yeah. I wish my previous job, which I won't get into, appreciated those qualities about me more, but nonetheless, whatever, Um, I've been with the cleaning company I've been with since 2020, so they appreciate it. I'm right now getting them out of a bind with somebody being out injured, so so they
And you
appreciate
don't
that.
mind, and you like cleaning. You don't mind cleaning. So as a husband, you'd make a very good husband, I
I'll
think.
be frank, I actually don't like cleaning. It just
Okay.
happens to be something that a lot of people won't do. It's something that I can do where I can like my apartment here is hardly what you call clean. I wish it was clean,
I wish I could
but
see it.
well, I wish it was clean. The problem is when I get home, I just don't want to do any more cleaning, you know? Like I know I got to get the friggin' foam off the shower walls at some point, and all of that, and I'm like, oh, you know, it's just yeah, I need to get a little more organized here and get stuff
How
better
big
than it
is your
is.
apartment?
It's not very big. It's I walk in the door and I get entryway there. I got a washroom to my left and a closet to my right, and I come in and there's a kitchen, which is small, and then there's a room that's either bedroom or living room combined, and that's it.
Are you in the living room combined area?
Yeah. So I got my bed here and my TV set up and I got a lot of stuff I need to organize from cons and stuff like that here, but
I
yeah,
got a
it's
question. It's smaller. So when you come to California,
mm-hmm,
you have to come when my cottage is open
mm-hmm,
and it's one bedroom,
mm-hmm,
huge kitchen. You should look at it online. Go to
mm-hmm.
Airbnb. It's called Glendale's Hillside Cottage. And I'm going to put up new pictures, but unbelievable new pictures. The guy brought a drone. And so you see an overhead of it. Is that not cool?
There you go.
That will be another birthday present.
There you go.
You get two birthday presents from me.
Yeah,
Okay, so I'm going to just see if I can see it, because if I can see it, any of the pictures, that would be great. So I could show you because I want
yeah.
you to see it. It's very pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Is this, what kind of place would you choose to live in? What would be your favorite place?
In terms of a house,
A
physical
home,
structure.
whatever kind of home, your choice.
Hmm. I wouldn't mind a little more space, because I wasn't planning to stay in this place as long as I have, because we're going to do a housing project. My brother and my sister-in-law, and where they live upstairs and I live downstairs with Skittles, and have uh solar panels and stuff like that, and kind of live off the grid a little bit,
Might that
but
work out?
it might, yep, it might eventually. I know
That's what Meta's new
situ
app looks like.
situation.
Calling it.
What the? I don't know what just happened there. I was trying to get a picture.
There you go.
You
But
never
I don't know.
1 bedroom?
1 or 2 bedrooms is fine, you know. I wish Skittles had more space here, you know, but I think Skittles is happy that he's safe and he's
I
being
think
taken
Skittles
care
is
of.
very content. Skittles is
Yeah.
happy. Trust me. I've never seen a more content cat in my life. So cute.
Yeah.
Very cute. Okay, so look at this little puppy. I can't
Mhm.
believe how talented this guy is. Okay, okay, that's not the gallery. Can I blow it up?
Oh, wow.
That's the pool.
Nice. Is that the
Isn't that nice?
pool that Hannah and her bare feet was in that night when I was?
Always.
Yeah.
And then there's this great little area for eating.
Mm-hmm.
What color do you think I like? I think
What color do you like? If I was to take a guess, red like your hair or
I don't
blue?
know. I just paint everything red.
Yeah.
What it is. I don't do it on purpose. Here
Well, the
is,
Rolling Stones paint everything black.
I know, that's true. Here is the entrance to the cottage.
Oh, that's nice.
Isn't it cute?
Yeah.
And then that's right. Here's another. So it's a little lower than the house.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, that's what. And if you want to see what I'm showing you too much. The fireplace area outside.
There you go. Now, do the paintballers go there and have their tournaments?
Whitney's been here several times, but not in years. Not in years. Most of the cast has been here many times. The amount of people, the people that have been here is rather amazing.
Carrie Noonan
Dylan,
been there?
huh?
Has Carrie Noonan been there?
Oh yeah, her husband played music here. Actually, she played music here on a St. Patrick's Day when she
Mm-hmm.
used to live here. Rest in peace, Eddie Van Halen. The Van Halens were here all the time. I mean, this is a fun house.
Mm-hmm.
Fun people have
Yep.
gone through this house.
Mm-hmm.
That's an episode of its own. Who's been here?
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever have people to dinner?
No, because I don't cook. You know, a lot of times with me is like I never have people over, but like when I go over to my brother's, I'll bring coffee over and tea for me, and you know, we just kind of hang out, you know. If I have coupons from a fast food restaurant, those coupon things, flyers that come in the mail, I'll see if he wants something, because sometimes they have two can dine, you know, and it's something we can, not terribly healthy, but still something we can still eat while he's playing video games and I'm watching whatever, and that's kind of our little bonding time. We're gonna do that tonight. We did it last night. So
I
that's pretty
love
much
that.
that's pretty much my social uh time is when that happens.
I really
Yeah.
like your brother. I don't know him, never met him,
Mm-hmm.
but he seems like a very, very, very nice man.
Yep. And so I get along with him and his wife, and his wife's a twin. And as they got her sister living there with them right now, because she can't afford a place, and she just moved up there and got a job, and so,
Does your
but
brother ever get confused?
no, I can tell them apart.
I'm
But either
kidding.
way, I make fun of both of them equally, so it don't matter.
Are they identical?
I'd like to say yes, but at the same token, I can tell them apart easily. Yeah.
And they don't try to look alike.
No.
Good.
No.
That's healthy. That's healthy.
Mm-hmm.
I love looking at the Toronto background because I'm thinking of all the different places I've been.
I've had a few. I try to switch my background up every couple of months on here, so I've had a few Toronto backgrounds, so yeah.
Do you like my background?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think it is of?
Your background? Well, you got a sunflower behind you. I can see
It's a
there's
fake house.
huh?
This is my fake house background.
Is it really?
No.
No, I didn't think so. Well, it was the same that you had yesterday, so.
I could have moved. I was going to go outside
Mm-hmm.
and because it's so pretty on the hammock. But then I went, that's weird. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but I like moving around.
Mm-hmm.
Back to you.
Mm-hmm.
Grass or turf?
What do you mean?
Do you prefer grass, real grass, or astroturf? Fake grass. The reason I ask you is I get about 15 phone calls a day of people trying to put astroturf in my front yard. And I just found it, and I don't want it. I want real grass. I love the smell. I like the feeling on my feet. I like everything about real grass. And I just found out from the city that if I put it in, I'd have to take it out because you only can allowed, which I praise God, is 15%. But because of all the water shortages, people are trying to get you to do all these things. And I'm so glad I didn't buy into it.
Well, I suppose with fake grass, I wouldn't have to mow that, would I?
Go in the wrong direction. You want to be outside. Right? When you go on your walks at night, what time are we talking?
Oh, 10, 11, 12, sometimes 1.
Have you ever seen anything scary outside when you do go on a walk?
Gunk.
But no accidents or scary people or anything like that.
Well, I don't want to sound invincible, but I've handled a 10-foot Burmese python in my time, so I'm not really afraid of people, Um,
Please
I
tell me
know
that.
huh?
Please tell me that story. How did you handle a 10-foot Burmese python?
I got my picture taken with one at the exhibition grounds when they're here. I think it was 1992, and it was very heavy on the neck, but it didn't bother me at all. It I love the feeling of it. It felt like leather. Um, Snake didn't bother me at all. Um, but when you handle a creature like that, because there's a massive fear of snakes out there, it's a big phobia for people. Well, then you're not really afraid of people. Now, we do have some homeless people here that are on meth.
Oh,
And when I see them around, I try to stay clear, but I'm not exactly running from them either. It's like, because I'm pretty sure I can handle myself well, but I've never had a situation like that. So I
oh,
tend to,
pray for
yeah,
them.
I mean, in Toronto, the night I saw Jason Lives, thanks to the tracking thing on my phone, I mean, I was walking on a dark street by myself,
Yeah.
and I had to get tracking to get to the subway uh so I could leave. I was a little concerned, but at the same token, you know what? I wasn't bothered. I did my thing, and I had fun at that movie, and you know, yeah. I kind of like it, especially in Toronto. I can walk down a street at night and look at all the neon lights and the storefronts and stuff like that, and it's nice. But I don't go out of my way to walk by myself in a place like Toronto, but I've done it. And um, again, I hope, knock on wood, nothing ever dangerous happens that involves me, but I'm not really scared of it either. Lisa taught me well on the subways and the streetcars and stuff like that when I got there, to the point now when I get to Toronto, when I land on Toronto Island, Billy Bishop Airport, I kind of know right where I'm going, you know?
Very good.
So yeah, and I'm pretty confident in that area. So there you go.
What time does it get dark there?
Where I am? Well, right now in summer, it usually gets dark about 10 o'clock. Now,
Wow.
yeah, but in wintertime, it'll get dark around 5 o'clock at night.
Well, it gets dark here in the wintertime around 5, but I'd say by 8 o'clock we're dark. I know in
Yeah.
Hawaii, it's always 6 o'clock. And that bothers me so much in the summer that it's 6 o'clock that it's dark. I love when it's lighter, longer. I just really love that. And I love warm evenings. Are your evenings warm?
Yeah. But I don't know. I kind of I like the nightlife.
You prefer the winter when it's dark early.
No, I don't prefer anything about winter. Winter to me is bad roads, and all kinds of stuff. Or being told by the landlord I got to get up and move my car when I'm trying to sleep so that they can plow it out and plow you know. So winter's a hassle, you
So I'm
know.
going to guess winter is not your favorite season. I'm just
No,
going
I do like Christmas, but I think my favorite summer is nice, but I kind of like in between, like spring and fall,
what is your favorite holiday?
Christmas.
How come?
I don't know. I think there's just a lot of memories. It's a time of year when people try to be a little nicer. Um, I don't know. I got a lot of Christmas movies I like to watch, especially Christmas horror films, which is funny. Um, but
You.
I don't know. I like Christmas, I think, for holiday, I think is my favorite. I like seeing all the lights out, the colorful lights, and you know, it, it's very communal, I think, for Christmas.
Quick question. What do you think? My favorite season is.
Your favorite season? I'm going to take a guess and say it's Christmas as well, isn't it?
I love all seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Holidays, it's challenging. I love so many holidays. Christmas, I love. Easter, I love them all differently. 4th of July, I love. I love Halloween for totally different reasons, fun reasons. I'm curious, Greg, can you name 3 other things I've done other than Friday the 13th? Can you name anything else I've done
You've
without
done
working?
sometimes they come back.
Okay. That
You
was
did
with
that. Yep. You did oh, I'm trying to think of the name of that one. The web series you did last year. That had
Abby, Gabby,
Abby oh yeah, Abby Gabby. Gee, what did I call her?
Abby Gab Cobb, Abby Gabby Cobb.
Oh, Abby Gabby Corncob. Yeah,
She's
Abby
lovely.
Gabby. I've never had her on here yet either. But what if it was it Jack? I know
Okay,
there was Jack that was in the
Marshall
title.
can't do that,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it
Mm-hmm.
was very fun to do. I'm talking about movies or series.
Oh boy. What else did you do?
What's so funny is people send me things to sign all the time, and
Uh-huh.
they say, You're one of my favorite actresses. I love all your work that you've done. This and you and Friday. Da, 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 da. I just want to say one time, what else have you ever seen me? You don't know.
Well, sometimes they come back.
Well, that's Tommy. Is there
Yeah.
anything that's not Tommy, you know?
Well, the web series.
That's true.
You know what? I am going to look you up. I want to see if I have seen other of your work.
I think it's funny. I mean, because I've done a lot of work that no one has a clue. All they say is Jason, and it's like that's a blip.
Of course, the Moonstone. Of course, I'm familiar with that. Like, I
And
don't see a lot of television, you know.
you
But
could YouTube those. Leaving LA is a great series, and Any Day Now is a great series. And there's a Kirk Douglas movie that they kept changing the name, so I don't know what it is. It's a great movie. There's lots of good work in there. And it just cracks me up that they say I'm a good actress. I want to say, okay, if you can name one other.
I this one flew over my head, and I totally. Oh man, I totally forgot. Date with an Angel. You did that.
I did that, but you do know I was supposed to be the angel, and then I got pregnant, and then Emmanuel Bayard. So I'm in it so small because I was
Yeah,
very
because Phoebe Cates, and I wasn't thinking about Phoebe. Had I been thinking about Phoebe Cates, I would have remembered that. But yeah,
That's funny.
yeah, yeah.
I just
But I
wanted to
mean,
ask.
I would have mentioned that had I didn't even think.
You don't have to ever worry about it. Ever.
Mm,
Don't care. I just find it funny. I just find it a funny little thing that it's very sweet. People are very sweet and kind and
mm-hmm.
thoughtful. I'm glad you're going to go eat.
Well, it's funny because Lisa has told me that she's done dramas and she's done this and she's done that, and she said what she gets the most mentions to her or are her thrillers and horror films. Yep. She said that she only discovered within the last few years that that's where she's got her recognition with, like, Class of 1984, Happy Birthday to Me, Deadly Eyes, you know, Phobia with John Huston and stuff like that. So
Is that cute? That's
is that your kitty?
dogs, Abigail and Douglas, and they're betrothed. And they're sitting on me to make sure I don't move.
Skittles is over there saying, does she have kitties?
I don't, but I might. I don't know if they'll appreciate it. So I'm trying to figure out what to do about that. So many things going on. So many things. Well, let me think. We've got to wrap this up because I've got what kind of party? A graduation to go to. And I've got a lot.
Whitney?
Not Whitney.
Tom Fridley?
I'm texting Whitney right now.
Yeah.
What country is this?
Antarctica.
Tuscan. It's Italy. But I mean, I went to this place that you had to walk to breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
That was my walk in the morning to go to breakfast, to go past this gorgeous. I do the most unusual things.
Skittles and I would look at each other and say, sleep.
I stay home. I stay home. I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that.
Yeah.
Who am I calling? Who is this? This is a picture of Tom Fridley.
It
Isn't
looks
that
like Robert Duvall.
Does it?
Yeah.
My heart breaks for anyone who lays in bed at night and wonders why they weren't enough. I think that's him, and maybe I'm wrong. It's under his Facebook thing.
Oh.
I'm not trying to share. I'm trying to get to. I'm trying. Where that came from, I do not know. But
How's Melissa Bentley?
she's doing well.
Mhm.
She's singing in a jazz. It's called Jazzanova,
Mm-hmm.
and she's doing that on Wednesdays.
Mm-hmm.
So she's really happy.
Yeah. And Hannah and her bare feet moved away.
But I mean, I still can get in it's not like she's gone, but they moved because her husband, who's a really wonderful worship leader, got
Mhm.
working at this church at a distance. So they kind of had to.
Yeah.
But they were at a party at my house a few weeks ago. And then
Yeah.
which really bothered me. But there'll be other parties. There'll be other
Mhm.
things. And did you ever look up that person I told you to look up?
I didn't have time after I got back. Yeah.
You should look him up right now. Just
I
as I
can.
searched for Whitney. We're
Yeah, I
looking
could
up
do.
people together. This is
Yeah,
funny.
yeah.
We're hysterical.
What
We're
was
like
his
a
last
couple.
last name?
SE. Well,
Oh,
SE.
okay.
Okay, here's Ride Back. Are you around?
He's around, all right.
Whitney?
Yeah.
I don't know. Are you around to chat with the I'm going to say it. I can't believe I'm doing this. I can't believe I'm not.
Yeah.
Let's see if he does. A lot of people are busy on a Saturday.
Whitney's probably paintballing and trying to repair,
Probably.
probably repairing trees that he accidentally leans on, knocks the branches off.
He is such a talented actor. He really is. And we'll see. You never know who will respond. You never
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Did you punch the name in? Did you see
Yeah,
it?
I did. All kinds of stuff come up.
Artist, singer,
Well, I can put
pastor, singer.
I'll put singer. Something come up called Mel.
Heart in a Box. He wrote a musical that he traveled the world with called Heart in a Box.
Okay.
Just a very, very interesting man.
Sure. Okay, I found him.
Of course you did.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Just thought you'd be interested.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. I have all kinds of different people come on the show.
I know you do.
You know,
I love about you. I love that you really love people. It's not about stardom. You love that too. You are very intrigued with people that you've watched in the movies. But it's not about that. It's about hearts. It's about interesting people. They don't even have to be interesting to the world. You can bring out a quality of interest.
well, if things go well, I'm actually going to have one of my former supervisors from one of the places I cleaned at come on here tomorrow just because she wants to come on the podcast. And then she goes, "What will we talk about?" And I said, "I'm just going to hassle you for an hour."
That's exactly right. And you do it in a very gentle, kind way. And I think you get great information. I don't think you have to be crass and crude to do it. And you're
Oh, I'm always crass and crude with her. That's part of why we laugh a lot.
well, we can laugh. I think we laugh. And
Yep.
we're crass and crude.
Yeah.
Are we?
When she would come over to inspect the buildings I'm cleaning, I would always give her a hard time, and so that
It's fun.
But yeah, yeah. But so yeah, I like there's a lot of people that were in 13 fanboy that a lot of people wouldn't touch for an interview, but I interviewed because to me, I don't like putting people in a position where you're not as good as this person or you're not as good as that person.
Same with me, I agree.
You know, like it's like Adam Marcus directed Jason Goes to Hell, but outside him, I can't seem to get anybody to come on from that movie. But he directed another film that I like even more called Secret Santa, which
Mhm.
is a Christmas horror film. And I've had a good 7 or 8 people from that film come on. A lot of podcasters aren't touching that movie. Adam loves that I champion it, you know? And so,
I love
yeah,
it too.
yeah. Because to me, I think the people in that movie are pretty interesting, and so I try to leave stuff like that out. And sometimes I really strike it well and get somebody like Ralph Bakshi or somebody like Tony Basil or people like that to come on the show, and that's amazing, you know. And I love those opportunities.
Did you know Tony Basil used to dance and rehearse in my backyard?
I think I mentioned something like that to her, but I don't think she remembered.
Oh, yes, she did. It
Oh,
was it was a ballet studio. It was a garage conversion into a ballet studio. Bette
okay.
Midler rehearsed there. Tony Basil rehearsed there. I mean, when you think about it, it's the most unique people's lives. If you've lived long enough, you're going to have stories,
Hmm.
especially if you've lived in LA.
I love Tony Basil. I used to
Brilliant.
hate Valentine's Day with a passion because of my experience with girls growing up. Well, I had Tony Basil on my show Valentine's Day 2020. And now when Valentine's Day rolls around, I think of Tony Basil.
Aw,
Hmm.
I remember when you had her on
Yep.
because we talked
I
about it right before.
Yep. So, and I think that has got to be right up there as the greatest, one of the greatest, if not the greatest music video I ever seen was Oh Mickey.
Oh, Mickey, you're so fine. You're so fine. You broke my heart. Oh, Mickey. All right. Oh,
Mhm.
Mickey, you're so fine. You're so fine.
You blow my mind.
Blow my mind. Sorry.
Yeah. She
Mickey.
blew she blew my mind, I'll tell you that.
I loved it. I loved it.
Hmm.
Um, what is I was just thinking of Valentine's Day and I was thinking of the funniest thing I've ever done for Valentine's Day. I've done two funny things
Hmm.
with a mystery person, let's say. With a
Whitney?
mystery. No, no, mystery person. Anyway, first year dating,
Hmm.
and the night of Valentine's Day, it turned midnight, so it's the
Hmm.
14th. I had three of my friends dress up in little red shorts and cute tops, I don't know what, with a bunch of helium balloons and sing Nancy wants you for her Valentine for all time. And they had choreography and a camera to take a picture of the face.
Hmm.
Well, I forgot the next day was the first day of shooting for a movie that I was doing. I had no idea. And so the picture was hysterical. So groggy. These three darling, gorgeous women, like 20-year-olds in cute shorts, dressed up with the thing. His face, like, what? And then another time, this is in a much different season of life. And what I always heard is there's seasons of life that are like porcupines. And
Hmm.
so when porcupines aren't getting along, how do they get along? That's a question. And it's a beautiful question. How do porcupines get along in a hard season?
How they get along?
I'll tell you.
Hmm.
They roll over onto their backs and snuggle to protect themselves. They make a little ball of protection. So they take care of each other. So it was a hard season of life. And only you know me. 2 dogs. I made little porcupine costumes. And in the morning, I put them on the bed to wake up Mr. Man.
There you go.
He totally forgot that was in said vows that the pastor said that's what you do. He totally forgot. And he said, what? I was trying to reignite. And the 2 little dogs had these cute little outfits with big bows and little porcupines on their thing. Anyway, that's the 2 stupidest things I've ever done for Valentine's Day. What is 2 stupidest things you've ever done?
Stupidest thing ever? Probably asked somebody out and got rejected.
Oh, that's not stupid. That's
Yeah.
nice. That was
I you know what? For me, it's Tony Basil. That's the best. Not stupid at all. Best. She come
Thank you
on
very
my show.
much.
She came on my show on Valentine's Day, and there you go. And now Valentine's Day is a good day for me. I just think Tony Basil.
Okay, so when you said, there you go, Valentine's Day, I wanted to say, ya bang. What's that from?
That
Ya
is
bang.
isn't that from Pee-wee's Big Adventure?
Friday the 13th, part 6, Vincent Westafaro. Ya bang. And
Yeah,
then
he survived that movie.
he did. He did. And
Yeah, but
I texted Cindy. If she looks at her phone, she'll get back to me.
yeah,
So a few of them I did. But
yeah.
people are busy.
Busy.
I should have organized it before, but I was running late too.
Yeah. You're busy putting porcupine costumes on your dogs?
It was a few years ago. I haven't done that in a while.
Now you gotta put skunk costumes on them.
No, I don't want to smell that. Don't need that stink around me. I need forward motion. I get to the Hollywood Bowl this Thursday. Dear friends invited me, and I'm so excited. Box seats. Do you know what the Hollywood Bowl is? Heard of it. It's so beautiful and peaceful there, even though you're amongst 1 billion people. Where I would sit you, I wouldn't sit you in the boxes. I'd sit you in the risers way up high, and it looks like it's really far. The sound is so brilliant, and you can see it, and you're away from the other people, and you can hear the birds in the background and stuff like that. It's very peaceful. It's so beautiful. I've seen so many people there, but I would suggest that when you come to California.
Yeah, whenever that is. Yeah. Whenever that happens.
When they, excuse me, I have a hair in my face. California, Hollywood Bowl on Friday afternoon in the mornings at 10:30 in the morning, they rehearse whatever's going to be on that night, and it's free. You can go in and watch. I mean, I've seen not Elton John, I've seen him there, but who have I seen like a really big name just rehearsing? And you just bring your coffee in there, you're in the shade, nobody knows about it. That's one of the secret treasures of LA. There's things, so many little tricks and things that you'd never imagine. What should I go see when I go to New Brunswick?
What is there to see?
Have you heard of the con that's a drive-in con?
No.
Because you said you love drive-ins. In Upper Pennsylvania, how far is that from you?
That's an hour away time zone wise.
Well, in Upper Pennsylvania, they have a drive-in movie con, and the owner of the con only uses real films. So that was one of the things, because I have the original film of One Dark Night. thinking of going to do.
There you
that.
go.
So maybe.
Yeah.
So you should go to that one.
We haven't had drive-ins here since the mid 80s. We used to go all the time when I was young. I used to look forward to it. Like we saw the Star Wars trilogy there, and E.T. and Raiders of the Lost Ark, and all kinds of stuff like that. A lot of reissued Disney films.
How far is Halifax from you? I know it's
Oh,
close.
I think about a 4-hour drive away.
Really?
I think so. Now, my sister-in-law's from Nova Scotia, so
I love Halifax.
mhm.
Halifax at Christmas is the most beautiful thing. People are dragging their Christmas trees down the street. It smells like Christmas.
I was in Toronto Christmas one year because they done Horrorama at the end of November that year, and the CN Tower was lit up at night, and it was green and red, and I took a picture of it. It just looked great. But yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah. No, I'm a big city person, but I don't know. Maybe I won't get moved to Toronto. Maybe I might be here. But you know what? I can always visit Toronto if worse comes to worse, and as long as I'm able to live, I look at it this way too, because you and I both come from a Christian belief. My dad, has gone on to his peace, thank goodness. Um, One of my favorite verse in the Bible has always been, "In thy house there are many mansions." And when I think of places like Toronto and places like that I love, I'm thinking heaven's going to be so much more than that.
Oh, so much more.
Mm-hmm.
Greg, I love that you said that.
Mm-hmm.
I think of heaven, and I think of heaven often if I'm having a disagreement with someone,
Mm-hmm.
to think of them in heaven, where all the hurts and tears and
Mm-hmm.
all the scars that have made us be cranky or not the full potential of what God wants us to be,
Mm-hmm.
and be dripped away. And in
Mm-hmm.
that flash of a second, you're going to see the person as a real person without all that junk.
Yep.
And that to me is a way I can relate to anybody, even if I'm cranky with them or they've been hurtful to me. If I can envision that and hold on to that Christ-centered belief, truth, I believe it's a truth God
Mm-hmm.
promises us. I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's hard to be
Yeah.
angry. It's hard to get upset. It's
Mm-hmm.
And I love that about you, is you don't hang on. You might mull over something, but I've never seen a more beautiful. There was something a long time ago that I recall happened, and we don't need to go into it, but I recall reading this beautiful acknowledgement of what the confusion was, and then the sincere, beautiful how you would fix it or whatever, how it doesn't need to be like this. I thought it was most beautifully written, not apology, acknowledgement that confusion does occur and how people get hurt, how we can't do this. And I'd hang on to that.
You know what? I remember that now. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, the other side hasn't exactly acknowledged it, but I'm glad you did.
No, they didn't. They didn't. And that just shows you not everybody sees the lights. Not everybody sees who I am. Not everybody sees who you are. Not everybody sees who Abigail, Skittles, or Douglas is. People can overlook us. They can ignore kindness, but it never goes away.
Skittles back.
Same position. Same
Hi,
position.
Skittles. Hi,
Right there.
Skittles. Skittles says, "You're exploiting me. You're exploiting me for hits."
I love you, Skittles. Well, on that note, we need to move on because you've got a dinner to attend.
Skittles, do you have a dinner to attend?
You want to go, Skittles?
Skittles is
Skittles
like,
wants a Skittle.
no,
Oh, I
I
want
only
to.
want my dinner.
I want to skittle away. I want to skittle to dinner. What does
He-
skittle?
Skittles
you-
like he likes his food. He definitely likes his treats, and he likes being lazy.
Does Skittles ever run?
Yeah, well, I'm trying to sleep.
That's hysterical.
Oh yeah, well, I'm trying to sleep. Yeah, he'll go back and forth, run back and forth, back and forth. Yep, you'll do it
Oh,
then.
he does his little energy. He gets his little exercise.
I'm like Skittles. Today, right now is sleepy time. Skittles says all the time is sleepy time for him.
I wish I could. Oh, this is what I'm going to send it to you right now.
Yeah,
Yes, this is for you. This
yeah.
is another little birthday thing. I've got you covered. These are my lovely birthday little blessings to you. You're having dinner.
Mm-hmm.
You go to, what was the other one?
Huh?
I had a second gift for you. That's when you get here, though. Okay, let me just double check.
Uh-huh.
This is, oh, so at the Starlight Bowl, which is not the Hollywood Bowl,
Mm-hmm.
we went for, okay, I am sending this. Hold on, don't listen. Don't listen, don't listen, don't listen. Don't listen.
Yeah,
Don't listen.
not listening at all. Skittles is listening.
Tell me when you get it.
Oh no, my phone's over there.
Okay.
You want me to get my phone?
Yeah.
Okay. You see.
This is the one.
Let's see, we have
The second one's the one I have for you.
the Beatles' birthday?
Okay, but there's two I sent you.
Yeah, both of
The
them, yeah.
second one. Turn it on. I love it. That's how I used to wake up my kids on their birthdays. I'd put a speaker in their bedroom and I'd jump on their bed singing that song.
There you go. I better not play it on here because YouTube would probably strike me.
Could they?
Yeah, you jeepers, you'd never believe the stuff they strike people for nowadays.
Oh, should I
Yeah.
not share those things?
No, it's not on line here, so
Yeah.
yep, you're fine.
Okay.
I mean, I can still see it. It's just that yep. No, you're fine as far as that goes, but I've done videos at cons where I would interview somebody there on the spot and I would get dinged for music playing in the background.
Wow.
Yeah, makes no sense. So I'm actually gradually having my stuff I got my stuff on YouTube, but I don't trust it right now, so I'm gradually shifting my stuff to other platforms
Good.
like Anchor Podcast, Spotify. You know, I heard local and Rumble's supposed to be good, so I'm going to be doing stuff like that. So
Rumble's
that,
very good.
yep. So that way, I can have other platforms to put my stuff up.
And that's when I see you blow up and this cleaning stuff is going to go away.
Mm, sure, I'll be open to that.
Sure. Okay. I'll
Why
do
not?
that. Okay,
Why
Greg.
not?
I'm going to give you a birthday blessing and then I'm taking off. I'm going to call
Mm-hmm.
you at the end.
Mm-hmm.
But my birthday blessing, and then I'll say whatever you want me to say.
Mm-hmm.
to you is that the second half of this year, you get blessed royally.
Mm-hmm.
That people from out of nowhere recognize who you are, your greatness, that you always give up for others. It's not to be special. It's that you do love the Lord, and you give out that energy. You give out grace. So like manna from heaven, I pray blessings on you for the best birthday year you've ever had. Cheers to Greg.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely.
So
Yeah.
I am Nancy McLoughlin on Greg Gilbert's Hyena Radio,
Mm-hmm.
Python Radio, wishing you the best day. Okay, how do you say it correctly?
Python's Paradise.
Python Paradise. I know I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm Nancy McLoughlin. I am with Greg Gilbert on his 51st birthday, and we are on Python Paradise Radio. Watch us.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Nancy, it's been wonderful, doing this two-part birthday special with you. And yeah, this has been a lot of fun. And yeah, I bid you a wonderful day with your two cats.
They're not cats. They're dogs.
You hear that, Skittles? You hear that? Skittles is like looking at me funny. Skittles is silly. He's a silly kitty.
We shall chat.
We shall. God bless you, and you have yourself a wonderful day.
Thank you,
Absolutely.
buddy.
Bye-bye.